time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live, Monday, October 13th. Big bounce in stocks. S&P up 96 points. NASDAQ up 523. Russell up 65. Russell is the strongest, up 2.75%. Dow's up 560. Gold is up 3%, new all-time high. Silver is up almost 7%, new all-time high. Notes and bonds and yields pretty flat. Oil up 1.25. Natural gas pretty flat. Soybeans, wheat, and corn a little bit mixed. Pretty low moves there. Euro and the pound are both a little bit red, and Bitcoin is down 1%, currently at 115,830. Big contraction in VIX, down over 12%, back at 19 on the nose right now. As far as my trades go today, my BICs have gotten slapped around a little bit, down about, after selling longs, right at about 2,000. I did have 2 double stops, and then the rest have been single stopped, so BICs will be red today. Day trading, I've still got SPY and Hood. I'm down about 1,400. Those things are bouncing now, so I may have to cut them. So a little bit red on the day trades. I didn't do any Elmos or Delta Neutral. I do have my discount double BICs on, which are down. I've got stopped on 2 of the put sides already, so the rest is still open. I also have 2, 3, 4 put calendars on. One is up. The first one I put on this morning is up 13%. The second tranche I put on is tiny red. Looks like it's pretty much break even. Otherwise, that is it for me today. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, I booked about $1,000 on one day trade this morning, and then really nice TLC trades.
Tried to put on a second TLC trade, and ended up closing it out for a small loss. It would have been stopped on the down move this afternoon, but it bounced. It would have stopped me out. Ultimately, would have stopped me out and bounced, and then bounced. So, I think I was just getting a little greedy with price action. But and then my multi-tranches, I needed a bounce, and I thought they were looking like max lost, but now we're bouncing back up, so they may end up being profitable.
Yeah, pretty whippy price action. I did the little midday live stream. I talked about kind of my plan here. I was waiting for S&P or NASDAQ to kind of break out of this pre-market range. S&P, both of them kind of ticked above it briefly, but then went back into range. So it's been pretty sloppy price action. I tried to scratch out some trades on, like I said, Microsoft, IWM, QQQ, TSM, couple winners, mostly losers though. So it's kind of what I see if you don't have any range expansion. It's typically tough sledding. Bitcoin's about ready to break out of highs of day. We do have some stocks that are extending. Tesla's nice and strong. Let's see what else. Some of the chips have had their moments or are strong. TSM hitting new highs. That thing's been pretty strong all day. AVGO had that big chat or OpenAI news. Pre-market shot up, kind of faded into the open, and then it's been pretty sideways all day. MU was a little bit weak this morning, but back up to yesterday's high. Yeah, and then the quantums, a bunch of quantum names. Let me bring that up. QBTS is up 23%. New all-time highs. RGTI, new all-time highs. OKLO is up 19%, new all-time highs. IONQ up 17%, new all-time highs. ARM, big move up almost 13%, not quite back up to highs yet. TSM and AVGO both up 9.5 and 8.5. On the red side, ALAB, Open, Ulta, PayPal, just a handful of reds. We do have lots of bank earnings tomorrow before the bell. See if I want to dip my toes in one of those. Before the bell, we've got JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Wells Fargo. Those are the big ones. Yeah, Bank of America is Wednesday. So, are you guys trading any bank earnings today? Let's see. The most liquid of those, I think, is probably, what, JP Morgan? JP Morgan's about 25 cents wide at the money. $300 stock. Goldman, almost $800. It's about 70 cents wide. Citi is only a few cents wide. It's a $97 stock. So Citi, I don't know if they have, I assume they have traders. So it hit an all-time high back in September. It's about $9 below that. JP Morgan, pretty similar. I think I might do a bearish fly on one of them. Not because I'm trying to do an inverse Watson. Got to keep an eye on Microsoft here. Microsoft has been teasing me all day. Yeah, SK, I'm gonna do it here. I'm just kind of watching stuff right now. We got about 34 minutes. Yeah, everything I was listening to CNBC on my way to the office this morning. Everyone's super duper bullish, so that kind of makes me bearish. Let's see. See if I can get enough juice with Citi. Let's see. Citi's got about a $4 expected move. Yeah, those options are a little cheap. I think I'll go JPM. JP Morgan's got about an $11 expected move. Today is Canada's Thanksgiving. Where's Chuck? Where's Chuck the Canuck? He's probably on his day off, is probably what he's doing. He's probably eating turkey with the family. Let me post this here. Try to get filled at $1.32. S&P had a little bounce, now a little dip. Same with the NASDAQ. I'm going to change my order to $1.40. Filled at $1.43. All right. So let's see, we got about 28 minutes or so. I'm going to close my put calendars here shortly. Even with the 2 put side stops on the DDBs, looks like I still have a chance to be profitable. If things hold fairly steady. As far as econ news goes, nothing today. Bank holiday, bond market was closed. Jerome speaks tomorrow. Let me refresh this. Yeah, so a couple of Fed speakers, and Jerome's at 11:20 a.m. Central, due to participate in a moderated discussion about the economic outlook and monetary policy at the National Association for Business Economics annual meeting in Philadelphia. Looks like we're supposed to have PPI Thursday pre-market, but with the government shutdown, that is tentative. And that's interesting. No CPI is even listed. Huh. It's not even listed, and I'm not sure when it was supposed to be. Wednesday, I assume. All right, so S&P kind of choppy. Chad, are your multi-tranches back in the green?
Yeah, they're green by a little bit. Above 55 would be the best, but
It's only a few points away.
yeah, when they were down at 66.40, it wasn't looking good. Don't really trust price action here at the end of the day. I have a feeling might get a big move.
Oh yeah, there it is, Toby. It is on Friday, October 24th. Pre-market.
Hopefully everybody watched Chiefs last night. destroy the Lions. Everybody thought was the best team in football.
They're
Mahomes,
back,
4
baby.
touchdowns,
They're back.
4 TDs. I expect the Mahomes win today as well.
What is old Patty trading for right now? Let's see. 50 butterfly.
$1.
For under $1, maybe right at $1. And we get our best wide receiver back next week.
Oh, yeah.
I would call it destroying discount. They even tried to cheat on that first drive at the goal line and throw it to their quarterback without getting set. Bunch of cheaters. That fired up Arrowhead right there. They messed up on that.
They were 2.5 point favorites.
No,
So
Chiefs
they
were.
covered that pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was never a doubt in that entire game who was winning. And they had a touchdown called back.
Google pushing up to new highs, close to Friday's high. Got about 22 minutes. I'm going to close my calendars. I'm closing both SK 3-4 put calendars from this morning. And why are you yelling at me with all caps today, SK? All right, so 14% on one. The other's kind of a scratch. Get those posted. I know, he's screaming at us. S&P sitting at 53. $55 fly, still about $1.10 maybe. Expected move for the day. The upper was 6667 and change. Bounced off that a couple times. About a 47 point range. You were on the 66.50 strike. I think that's the same as my second one. That was basically a scratch. Yeah. Yeah, that you had to. I got in with my first one like 60 seconds or so after the bell. Let's see. Yeah, 1 minute after the bell. And that's the one that did well. In fact, it was up 20% within like, I feel like 10 or 15 minutes. The other one never really did anything. Getting a little push. QQQ trying to push back up through pre-market highs. That's 7.5 minutes till MOC. Bitcoin chopping at highs. I mean, gold is just absolutely relentless. 41.37 today. Silver up 7%. Over $50.62 an ounce. Quite a run in the metals. I'm just, like I said, I was kind of listening to the financial media, and everybody that came on was so bullish on the banks, which makes me think that their earnings are going to be a little bit underwhelming compared to what they're anticipating. And then secondly, I'm not so sure this market is just ripping back up to new all-time highs. I wouldn't doubt if we see another leg lower this week. So those two things, it's kind of the main driver. But you know, I mean, those earnings trades, keep in mind, like I say this a lot, but they're not really a part of my core strategy. I'm doing them very small, just for kind of something to do, just for fun. So don't take them too seriously. JPM pretty strong today, almost up to Friday's high. Had that big push this morning, then pretty sideways. MSTR is pushing through highs of day with Bitcoin. Let's see the 55 fly.
Nothing's really close.
Trading for about $1.20. So yeah, I'll do it Mahomes if I can get filled with at least 3 or 4 minutes to go. Staying pretty cheap at this point.
One minute until the market on close imbalance.
1 minute till MOC. Can I share the set? What do you mean by that, SK? Like the OCO orders? I'm just doing the short fly. I'm not doing the vertical. So I'd simply be on the strike. Oops. Depending on what strike it's at.
10
it's currently
seconds.
Between 50 and 55. See what this MOC brings.
Market on close imbalance S&P 500. 1.2 billion buy side. Nasdaq 100 buy side 648 million. Dow 30 450 million buy side. Mag 7 381 million buy side.
Over a Billy buy side.
Voice news disconnected.
Still only trading for $1.20 or so. It's on financialjuice.com, Matrix. S&P, little bounce. like the 55 is trading for around $1.60, $1.50. Price is right at 56. This may be a late filler. '60's getting close. I'm going to try to fill a 60 here.
Yeah, I just got filled on a 60.
There we go. So did I. $205. All right, heading back. That's back at 57. '57 is right around my break even. 55 or below would be max. Yeah, SK. I don't trade in on IB, but yeah, that looks right. Down to 54.
No idea how I'm not getting locked. It was trading for 95 cents. Come on. Lock it.
Right around 55, under 55.
There we go. Locked.
Keep on coming down. A little over 2 minutes. It's right there hanging at 55. Locking would probably be the smart thing to do here. I could definitely see this thing snapping back up. A little above 55. A little below 55. 1 minute to go. All you got to do is stay down for one more minute, little buddy. That's all you got to do. Down to 54 in the 53s. I like that little buffer a little bit better. "30 seconds. It's going to be close. It's coming down to the wire. "10 seconds. Looking solid.
Order cancelled.
There we go.
Order cancelled.
There we go. Even with the little markup on the close, looks like 66, 54, 67. So below 60, below 55. So max profit. Mahomes wins again, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. All right, all. That is a wrap. Everybody have a good night. See you tomorrow. Cheers.